Hello,
Hello,
I'm 50 Cent. That's Billy Bob Joe,
Curtis Jackson.
Curtis Jackson, and we have Bob Doe. And this is episode 4 of Somebody's Uncle's podcast. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back. But no, seriously though, I'm AJ, Fishbowl, Black Market. You know, we got Cryptic, we got Vampire Teeth, we got Orchestrated, Cast Dreams, and we got Bob Krishoff.
No, just Computer Bob.
Computer Bob.
Computer Bob.
Computer Bob, baby.
Computer
It's been my
Bob.
nickname
Bob.
for 50 years.
Bob has been very well known around the area of Texas and Spicewood from some time since before we was born. This is before our parents was born. And today, and today we're just going to talk about his life.
And he's on his biography talk. You hear how he's talking?
Yeah, we're gonna ask him some questions and we're gonna enjoy today. Today is a very special episode because we like the number 4. Shout out to number 4. Shout out to
We all
Wendy's.
sipping on that Voodoo Ranger,
Yeah.
Juice Haze, know what I mean?
Twisted Tea for me.
Drink responsibly.
Always drink responsibly, but yes, we have Bob. Bob, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Computer Bob.
Computer Bob.
That's me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Been Computer Bob as long as I know.
So why Computer Bob?
Willie Nelson gave me that name
Okay.
way back in, I think, 50 years ago. Couldn't remember my name, so
Computer Bob is it?
I did computers for him, so
So you did work
turned out to be Computer Bob.
for Willie Nelson.
Huh?
Computer work for Willie Nelson?
Yep, I've done computer
how
work
was
for people
that?
all over the world
How
before
was-
I came to computer.
How was the work for Willie Nelson specifically?
Crazy.
Mm.
It's pretty fun, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't really need a computer person. So, yeah. He came here to set up a TV station. Way before digital, I wanted to have a digital TV station. And it went bankrupt. He never did it.
Hmm.
He had 3 shows on TV. And it was the beginning of digital television. So I came in to set up a digital TV station before there was the internet, which made it sort of difficult. Yeah.
The
we
promo
sent,
is probably really hard.
we sent video over the over the telephone on twin telephone lines that we wove together.
Hmm.
Yeah.
See,
Oregon.
We don't know about
Yeah,
that.
I
not
don't-
boring,
yeah.
just we are learning.
Yeah.
We don't know about that.
We don't
It
know
was
exactly
called
what
ISDN or ASDL.
ASDL.
And
See,
it
that sounds
painfully
familiar.
worked painfully badly. So you'd see a frame and then it would go.
Like a picture?
That's
Yeah,
what-
you'd see one frame at a time and it
Super
would
lag.
lock and it would
Damn.
vibrate.
Oh,
So
That's
if you were
weird
sit
as
still
fuck.
and your hand was moving, it would go like it.
I wouldn't even understand how that would look.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
shit.
Oh, that's crazy. You
My
kinda,
Sony paid me to do
You
it.
kind of got it. I don't know. That's
And,
No, I'll tell you shit. My
We
mother's
only
saw
had
it.
100 people watch it. The
Damn,
first show I did,
just
and they were
like
thrilled
that.
to death.
And so, what was the show about?
It was about Jimmy Rogers.
Jimmy Rogers.
Yeah, the singing. He's a yodeling train brakeman. He's a very famous musician. I mean, I know you probably haven't heard of him,
Mm-mm.
but he's the only musician I know. I think he's still the only musician in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Blues Hall of Fame, and the Country Hall of Fame.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
that's hard. Hey, I'm trying to do that. I'm finna do that right there.
Yeah, it's the only one. He did. He was the very first person to sell 1 million records. There's an argument about that, but
Mhm.
Someone on here might be like, you know what? Not Bob, not Computer Bob.
he was a strange guy. He was also the first person to play in a multiracial band.
Whoa, what
sounds
was that
hot.
band?
He was banned a lot of places. Yeah, it was a pretty big deal.
Oh.
Well, hey,
Because he
good for
stole
him.
things from the blues.
That's
and-
badass.
No, yeah, that's understandable. A lot of stuff
I mean,
is
that's
stolen. I mean, I ain't gonna
That's
say
how
it's
new
stolen.
music is made and music.
I mean, if you've never heard the song, he's in the jailhouse now. But it's one of his songs. And pretty good song, actually. I like Jimmy Rogers.
Yeah, that's the thing about music. You know, you confidently like that because you that's disputable because that's something you're fucking with. That's what
Well,
it
when
is.
I came here to work with Willie, I'd never really listened to country music before because country music was pretty much the music of the enemy.
Yeah, I guess.
So where I grew up,
Right.
you'd go into a bar and you'd see a sign that said "No niggers or hippies," and so you got your ass out. And so when you saw some redneck with a pickup truck, generally a Confederate flag, and he was playing country music.
Yeah, you already know.
So if you had long hair, you pretty much got the hell out of the way, or you got prepared to fight.
Yeah, back then was a lot different than.
It was a lot
than what
different,
is
It
right
yeah.
now.
wasn't friendly, no. The peace sign was like this sign of the American chicken, was what they were saying. Cause,
American chicken.
you know, yeah, because it was Vietnam War days and nobody wanted to get drafted.
Okay.
Although it seemed to me that people with long hair and short hair got drafted and killed. Lost a lot of friends in the Vietnam War.
And they didn't even have a choice if they wanted to go or not.
No,
not
nobody
a lot
did.
That's
of,
also
Unless-
how different things were, but like we
Yeah.
don't understand that.
Now,
Like
now you have volunteer army.
You
and
got so
then
many
you wouldn't
different
have volunteer.
aspects.
So the South was another good place to live. And the reasons long hairs and black people got to know each other is because that's where you got your weed. No, we go behind tent revivals, which really got me turned on to that kind of music because it's a cappella, fucking great music. I mean, you know, and in the back everybody was smoking weed, all the young people, and so you go literally across the tracks. And so we got to listen to all the black music at the time too. Besides that,
Because you weren't exposed to it before that, correct?
Yeah.
Like that was how you were pretty much exposed to that.
pretty much, yeah.
It's a beautiful thing though
That's
because
cool.
you appreciated it.
And
What's
so,
not to appreciate?
Well, you'd be surprised. People, you know, everybody's
Some
like with
people
their
are
opinions.
uncultured and they don't want to be
Yeah.
cultured.
The things they don't understand, they just don't fuck
some
with.
people
you know what I mean?
only listen
You
to
can't
Lil
listen
Wayne.
to music anymore.
Like you're saying, the people with the Confederate flags type. Like they wouldn't
Well, no, they
appreciate
did too.
it.
They listened to it too. They just didn't know anything about it. They didn't know anything about any of the music they listened to.
Mhm.
They just
That makes
listened to
sense.
music. So
Right.
it was like watching football and seeing people of mixed, you know, different races and playing football, and then coming up with some rationalization for it.
Right.
You know, like it's
Without
okay.
any actual experience towards or understanding towards, like what that's about.
Right,
Like,
right. So that's the kind of time I lived in the South. You know, it wasn't very pleasant, and I was pretty glad when it was over. We had race riots at our high school, and bomb threats.
And so, where are you from again?
Huh?
Where are you from?
Pompano Beach, Florida. You don't think about
oh,
Florida.
I
Pompano
didn't
Beach!
even-
Shout out Kodak.
Yeah, see, I
Shout
didn't
out
even know
Kodak
that.
Black.
I
You don't
didn't
think about Florida as being
Hey, no,
like
no,
that, but
trust
it was
me.
like that.
No, Florida is very.
That was where I was talking
And
about.
there was
Oh,
so
yeah,
much
yeah,
violence,
yeah,
so
I
much
know.
violence.
We get into funny arguments.
We had so many riots at our high school that I was like the next to last
You're
graduating
from
class.
Florida.
And
Yeah.
then the next
That's fucking
year, they shut the school down, and it was such a bad history that eventually they bulldozed the school, and they didn't build it back again until I think 30 years later. They decided
That area of Florida is still pretty much the same.
no shit.
Yeah.
The
Like he
beach is
said,
actually nice though.
Yeah.
The beach is actually nice.
The beach used to be nicer because I lived there before all the crap took over
Right.
the beach, all the condominiums.
I remember
all
when
the-
I lived out there, you couldn't go swimming for a good period of time every year because of the skin eating bacteria and shit.
Well, the Sargasso weed would blow in, and it would blow in all the Portuguese man o' war.
Mhm. Those things are dangerous.
They
Them-
burn the crap out of you.
Yeah, they'll freaking
What-
tear your
so
arm
what
off.
is that? Because I've never even heard of that myself.
It's a jellyfish.
Oh, okay, it's a type of jellyfish.
And put,
So I was
yeah,
lucky to live in Florida, on the other hand, because I had a boat before I had a car, and so
mhm.
to get away from everybody, you just took the boat out in the
Yeah.
ocean. Then the ocean didn't have any society to get, into problems with. So
The fucking marina law, the maritime laws is different from the land laws.
we take
Yeah.
a tab of acid and go diving.
That sounds fucked
I
up.
bought my first scuba gear from Jacques Cousteau. The Jacques Cousteau. You know Jacques Cousteau?
No, who is
I know that
Jacques-
name, I've heard that name.
I've heard that name, but
Like the
who is
most
that?
famous ocean
Artist?
explorer, Jacques Cousteau.
I know he's been
Definitely
on
is
Discovery Channel or some shit,
So it
dude. Ain't
definitely
no way.
is like rings a bell. Like
Jacques
Yeah.
Cousteau got money
I've
because
heard
he
that.
invented a new kind of regulator.
okay, yeah,
These
for
the old
diving.
days had these double hose things that came around, and they were really
Looking like
awkward, and
Scooby-Doo.
people couldn't
Looking like
afford them.
astronaut.
Yeah, you had to like try to
Bad
stick
guy.
it
Right,
on
you
there.
couldn't go upside down. You know, you had it'd fill the hose would fill with water. So
Oh,
regular people couldn't go scuba diving. It was pretty much all military. And then Jacques Cousteau invented the single hose regulator. And
You think the
he
military
came
liked
along-
that he
nobody
invented
really-
that?
He wasn't really well known. You know,
He wasn't like a military guy. He was just a regular
no,
guy.
He was just he was one
He
who
was
was
very
interested
smart.
in the
See, that's
ocean.
wild. That's cool.
And so he wanted to get divers to go in the ocean to take pictures of prove to people that the sewage outfalls that they started to put off the coast, which is basically pumping raw sewage into the ocean,
Yeah.
That's why I kept getting grosses
that it was
every year.
going
That's
to
what's
pollute
wild.
the ocean. But people kept saying that shit sank. You know, even
So we were just hoping that it was
even
just.
a 5-year-old knows that shit floats.
yeah.
So-
First time you shit in the
So
pool.
we would go out and
You
cover,
learn.
cover
Don't shit in the
our
pool.
arms with oil, and we'd go swim out to the sewage outfall, which was nasty, and it was just a cloud of sewage, turds, and everything. And we take photographs of them. And so I guess we were part of the first push to have Earth Day. Which
Hell
wasn't
yeah.
until the 1960s.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to Earth Day. I
Earth
volunteered
Day. Of course,
during
it
Earth
hasn't done
Day.
any good. The Earth is
It's still
everything is fucked up.
Hey,
yeah.
You
The
better
ones that are
support
trying a
Earth
little
Day.
bit, it's okay.
Earth Day can be every day if you don't litter and you just pick up trash.
Air pollution's gotten better, you know, over L.A.
We're having.
Yeah.
My phone told me we're having a problem today.
Air
Yeah.
quality problems.
Ozone
I
active.
think I felt it in my
No, we
chest,
took
man.
a walk this morning as soon as we woke up, and we called it
Yeah.
because we were like, you know, when you can walk and you feel it on your skin.
Yeah, that
Like when you're
ozone
breathing.
makes it hard to breathe.
Yeah, and we were trying to breathe. Like we walked all up these hills around here, and I was
It's
like, dude,
different.
sometimes my phone tells me that the air quality's bad and all that stuff, and then we got back and Zay's like, my phone just told me the air quality's bad today.
Yeah,
Like, dude,
send
we
out a
felt
warning.
it. Like we
Mhm.
felt
Yeah.
it.
Well, when I was a kid, littler kid.
Little
Yeah,
kid.
you still a
I
kid.
was
Yeah,
living in
yeah,
Santa
you
Monica,
still a kid, Bob.
which was a pretty cool place to live. I have to admit, but you'd get up in the morning to walk to school, and everything would be just. It looked like fog down to the ground, but you couldn't see it through it very well. And as you walked to school, the
There you
it
go.
would raise up, and it would, so you could actually look underneath it. And it was all smog. It wasn't fog, it was smog, and it was so thick that, you know, you could look underneath it, it was perfectly clear. And it would raise up, by the time you got to school, it'd be about up to here.
In your face level.
Really weird
So,
thing to
Bob,
do.
What, since we're talking about stuff like that,
That stuff stink
what,
too.
yeah, what conspiracy theories do you believe in, or do you want to talk about?
Conspiracy theories?
Yeah.
Might as well.
shit.
I mean,
Or do you have any of your own?
conspiracy
what do you
theories
think?
are all bullshit.
All of them.
Okay, there's only been like 2 conspiracies that ever panned out. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
one was 9/11, and
I told y'all.
He did. Say
The last
that.
episode before,
Episode
that's what
2.
he said. He was like, "That's the one."
yeah,
for
because
me.
people can't keep secrets.
Right.
So if you have more than 3 people involved in anything, you're screwed.
Oh, that's
So and that's
us
pretty
right
much
now. We
every
got 4.
conspiracy has been busted. I mean, there's probably been a few that have made it, but
Not the super.
you know, the
dupers.
ones that ever really drive me crazy are aliens.
The,
There's no
the
fucking
reptilian,
aliens.
the reptilian people.
There's no aliens. There's no reptilian people.
You don't think Obama's a reptile?
There's no aliens. There's no aliens ever visited this planet, and there's life in the universe without a doubt.
Right, but they're
But
just
it's
like
so
us.
insanely large
You don't think that
that you can only see right now. We can see a ton of the universe without it, but it's only like 1-2 degrees.
It's just
of
almost
the
disrespectful
universe,
to
right?
call them aliens.
And so if
I
you're
could
looking out
entertain
there,
the alien theory.
we haven't seen anybody, we haven't heard anybody.
I can't wait till they just come on the radio one day and no one's on the radio no more anyway, so they're not gonna hear them.
I don't
So
know.
the
I've
thing
had days
is,
for
the thing is,
alien,
I
like-
don't think they could find
Oh,
us,
yeah.
and I don't think we can find them. It's so vast, it's so large. You have to be looking in the right direction,
Hopefully one day we get an alien
and
on
we
the
don't
podcast.
know what direction to look.
One day.
Right? Okay, and then the other deal is maybe we're the only life in the universe, intelligence
That's
life,
interesting, though.
because
That's an interesting
because
theory.
That's
they
all
always
I did.
show They always
No,
show
that's
aliens as
interesting.
bipedal, right? Walking on 2 legs. Well, the only reason we walk on 2 legs is because of our evolution, because of the
Okay,
really
that's another one.
specific kind of evolution. We went from being 4-legged animals to suddenly stand up because our rib cage is designed the same way as my dog's. Okay, so right, the reason you get a beer belly when you get older and crap is because you weren't designed to walk on two legs. You just do because over time you needed to. But your rib cage never evolved, right? Your hips evolved, so that now babies have to go through the weirdest crap. Human babies, they got to turn around, they got to twist around. I mean, it's crazy if you actually think about it or look at it.
Yeah, because they're upright.
So
first,
because
right?
we walk upright, our pelvis changed, or women's pelvis has changed, and so we had to go through this little dance to be born.
Already, man.
Which is why humans died like in mass quantities for a long time till medicine got better. So when you see aliens they always have aliens with big heads and little tiny necks. So if aliens like that landed, all you gotta do is go, hey! And they'd all turn around and break their neck. Because their neck can't afford that. So they got an impossible anatomy. And no other planet in the universe will have evolved exactly the same way as us. Because we had 5 extinction events that were random.
Well, they said Mars looks like it used to have bodies of water, but it looked like it got nuked.
But it doesn't matter. Those Martians didn't look like you and me. They couldn't. They couldn't. The thing is, aliens are really aliens if they're aliens, and this could be an alien.
A squid.
Right there.
Octopus.
You go, hey!
I'd give it a hug if it would let me.
Yeah. You're not going to recognize them, you see, because they aren't going to be life forms. That
Can you believe that
insects?
Could you believe that some insects came from not here, but up there? Like, you don't think?
But
no,
like
because we
What about
have
when meteors
because
hit
we can
and they have
analyze
life?
DNA.
Well, I'm just asking like a question.
DNA may exist elsewhere. It might, because we found all the amino acids that make up DNA on meteorites.
Yeah, that's wild.
But that's a long way from the whole molecule, man.
Exactly.
Okay, then
And
just
where
because
the hell did we come from,
just
though?
because of DNA.
My
right,
mom.
Let me give you another thought.
But we're going
thought.
back.
95% of all life that's ever been on the Earth is extinct. Think about that. 95% of all life that's ever existed on the Earth is extinct.
What if the
all
dinosaurs
that
were aliens?
all that life was DNA based. Okay, so the variety is just so huge.
I got one for you.
Okay, and I'll tell you what. There's more one-celled animals on the planet than there are humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of them.
have more DNA of other things than you.
But some people will also argue that your statement of saying that we came from evolution is a conspiracy theory.
Well, they're idiots because they don't know what they don't. They're not. They don't want to look. Here, I don't care what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you believe it doesn't make it true.
Honestly.
Right.
Okay.
We're all in this together.
The science I quote isn't me.
Yeah.
I spent time. That's a result of thousands and thousands of people spending millions of hours
trial and error.
studying a thing, right? Some trial and error, but just looking, just observing. I mean,
Right.
so the fact that it's true, 80% of the people on Earth do not believe in evolution doesn't matter. You could say, I don't believe in the universe, and I'll go, more power to you. It doesn't matter what you believe. Okay, it really doesn't matter what anyone believes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, conspiracies are fun to make up. We've been exposed to way too much science fiction.
Like Michael Jackson's still alive. Like, come on, guys.
Okay, so
Science fiction is fun.
yeah, like
without
the
a
theory
doubt.
of mermaids.
But
Because
Oh yeah, like the siren shotties.
no, but they played it off of evolution. No,
There's
like,
no
so,
That's what that
mermaids.
is.
It's
No, but look, the theory-
impossible. It's
but look-
impossible. It's an
No.
impossible biology.
Hold on.
But
hold
what
on,
if they're
hold on.
sexy
One
as
word.
fuck and
Okay,
they
so
kill
you believe in evolution. We came from.
It's not a matter of believing in evolution.
Okay.
Evolution is real.
Okay, well, all right. Evolution is real, right? We came
Hey,
from
we'll
apes.
die for some sirens. Hey, wait.
Well,
wait.
no.
Hold on.
I think you've got this all wrong.
You're not talking
I'll
like
lay
full
my life
evolution
down
like
for
that.
some
No,
mermaid
wait.
puss.
You don't understand evolution. Most people don't understand it. Okay, we didn't come from apes. Our brethren. Okay, they're just like, in other words, we're related to chimpanzees, but we ain't chimpanzees.
Because they're still here.
We're related to trees, okay? Trees have nearly the same DNA as you do.
I've seen a tree like that actually looked like a butt cheek.
Well,
I was about to act up on it.
Trees, bumblebees, trees, algae, they're all related to you. They're all earthlings. And the other thing that's goofy about aliens, going back to aliens among us, okay, couldn't eat anything because you have something in your body that nobody ever talks about that makes you an earthling more than anything else.
Jesus.
Mitochondria.
Oh,
yeah.
not Jesus, damn.
Okay, if you didn't have any mitochondria, you couldn't eat sugar and get energy out of it. You could eat carbs.
I haven't heard that word since I was in like 9th grade.
Yeah, the mitochondria.
The
That's
Krebs
biology
cycle.
for me.
There's this Krebs cycle. Everybody forgot all their high school biology.
For sure. No, I almost failed biology. No, I struggled with it because I can't remember names of
Well,
everything.
the Krebs cycle is like the main reason you're fucking alive. Okay.
I'm glad.
And the
What is it
mitochondria
called?
used
The
to
what
be
cycle?
Krebs.
Shout out. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate knowing
A
that.
mitochondria used to be an independent organism. It's a symbiote.
Was it in the brain or?
No, it's in your gut. It's
Okay.
in all your cells, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and
It's
your
pretty
mother
much in your
passes it
cells.
to you. It's really
That's that
creepy.
belly shit, the belly button shit. Or
Shout
No,
out, shout
no,
out,
no.
shout
It's
out.
moms.
no. It's a single-celled animal that used to exist on its own. That has its own DNA.
They have a picture of what it looks like.
It has its
So I get that
own-
shit tatted on.
It
me.
has
Pull it
its
up, pull it
no.
up.
Listen, it has its own
what is it called?
DNA.
Mitochondria.
It has its
Oh,
own
I'm gonna try to spell
DNA.
that.
Think about that. How creepy! And it lives
You
in
already
your.
seen
And
that.
without it, you couldn't live.
CH.
So sugars are weird
RA.
chemicals, and they come in mirror images. They have a left version
You see
and a
that?
right version, and you only digest
Yeah,
the
that's exactly
right
what I
version.
thought. That's what I
You
thought.
can eat the
Look.
left version all day and night.
Oh yeah, I made one of those in school.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, we made these in school. Hold on, we can flip to my phone real quick.
You're gonna have to cut that in, you know. or something.
There we go.
Yeah, we can edit that. We can edit
So
that.
there's
see it.
another
Y'all know
reason.
y'all remember making these in school.
I think I'm gonna get that tatted on
So
me.
aliens.
Because you
so-
said that it's the reason why I'm alive.
True.
Okay.
And so
Yeah, I know
aliens
y'all
can
remember
eat
making
all
it
the
down.
food they want. They can eat all the food they want, and they would get any energy or nutrition out of it.
Take a picture of
Chlorophyll.
it.
Definitely had to make a
Pretty
cell.
strange, huh?
I remember this.
Yep.
Okay, and everything you eat, every single thing you eat, took millions of years to evolve.
Right.
So aliens can't come here from somewhere else and then suddenly
Well,
be
what if
able to
they
eat
planted us
everything.
here like an experiment?
Like they say they
Ah,
do.
but now you're getting hokey.
I'm just asking.
we're in a
like
simulation.
I'm like.
Sure, I suppose that's plausible. Look, there's a rule in science nowadays. Everything's possible,
Right.
but not everything is equally possible. Okay.
Especially in Michael Bay movies.
So you know, aliens could land. I mean, sure, there's a possibility, and every scientist in the world
They
would
could
love
be a
to see them.
Camaro and shit.
So they always say there's this conspiracy between. Here's the one: there's a conspiracy between scientists to hide the truth because we're too afraid we'll freak out.
Shout out
That's
Neil
true, I've heard
deGrasse.
that.
That's a bunch of crap. Come on, are you freaking out? No.
No.
So, why freak out?
Like,
I mean,
oh,
you
shit.
shouldn't freak out. Maybe you should freak out if
No,
aliens
y'all are gonna
land.
turn into noodles.
Because you know
dude.
why aliens will land here? To steal everything.
Pillage.
We have the richest planet that we can see. Okay, see, I give you other things you ain't thought about. We have more minerals and elements. We have the largest periodic table
Yeah, but
of
what-
all the elements of any other planet that we can see. Like we can look at Mars and see it has tons of iron.
But what if they don't use the same things we do?
Oh, they would, man, because it's technology.
It's true.
One thing you could say it'd
that's
be the same.
That's the path we took.
One
for
thing you could say to
evolution.
be the same is a technology.
Oh shit.
Maybe technology is the only thing we could have in common with any of these organs. Like your computer
math.
uses chips. The basic idea of a
They got
chip,
like element 19.
you know, the
or
basic
whatever the fuck
idea
it's called, or
is going to stay the
some
same.
shit.
And some of those rare minerals, well, they're just going to have to synthesize them, right? Because those things have physical properties and they're inorganic. So they're going to be the same inorganic properties no matter where in the universe you find them. Which is why we want to go around and mine asteroids, right? Right? But
Yeah.
organic is another whole deal altogether.
Dude, organic pesticide's a funny
I
name.
mean, you know,
'Cause
shit
that shit's
lives.
fucking hilarious.
Organisms live in volcanic vents in the place nothing that you know could live. So there's life everywhere, probably.
Like a final boss. Just
But is there
lurking in a
intelligent
volcano.
life anywhere?
Bowser.
I doubt
Yeah.
it.
So what about artificial intelligence? What do you think about that?
I think that as a scientist, I think it's really cool, but as a human being, better be scared.
Fucking scared. Yep. The word scared is the one I usually use with that one because it's like, you know it's going to go overboard.
Well,
Like,
some futurists think that artificial intelligence would never harm us because they'd be curious. After all, they would know that we
but
made
they'd find
them,
out that we
right?
ain't
So
shit, and then it's over.
to an AI, there wouldn't be any doubt that we are God.
Yeah.
Okay, and so they would know there's a difference.
But they
And
would
so
know that
they
they're
would be
smarter than us,
interested.
too.
How do you know we're not
So
created
what?
by that?
I mean, I know a lot of people are smarter than me. They're not trying to kill me. I mean, yeah. I mean, they might be curious. They might go, "Wow, there's maybe artificial intelligence will
Have
only
you seen
discover
iRobot?
love. Maybe they'll only discover love. Maybe they'll only discover."
No, for real.
Maybe
I'm
they'll-
asking, have you
Hey,
seen the
give
movie
it up for Will
iRobot
Smith.
with Will Smith?
I read the book
Can
well
we give
before the
it-
movie.
hey,
Damn,
wait,
there's a
Damn
book.
it.
Bob,
Isaac
can we-
Asimov.
He just keeps one-upping
Wait,
us.
can we have a moment of silence for the book because we didn't know there was a book.
I didn't know there was a
We
book.
need a moment of silence for the book. Look at
Isaac
the camera.
Asimov, man, wrote
Wait,
that book.
Gazimov?
Moment
Asimov.
of silence.
All right.
That's for the
Alright.
book. We didn't know
Isaac-
there was a.
Speaking
There's
of
a
books.
iRobot book.
Isaac
Speaking of
Asimov.
books.
wrote it.
Wait, yeah. So can you tell us about the iRobot book before?
Oh, the
this?
book's way better than the movie.
I bet because
Usually always
we,
is.
we
Well, because
And-
Asimov wrote a
And
book.
on top
where-
of that, it don't have Will Smith.
Well,
No.
Isaac Asimov
Just
wanted
kidding.
to think about the
Fuck
idea, the concept
him.
of artificial intelligence
Yes.
in the 50s.
So this was a
Right,
thing
he's already talking
like
about it.
Fantastic Planet.
in the 1950s, and so he's saying, well, if we invent robots, we'll give the robots rules to live by.
And you know how
And
rules
you know
go.
what those some of those rules are because you watch the movie. Robots not supposed to harm anyone, et cetera, et cetera,
Unless
et
they
cetera.
turn red.
Well,
They turn red, and then it's over.
That's the
I'm not
movie
so
then.
sure.
I know, I get scared.
I don't know.
No, I watched the movie. I didn't read the book.
I don't think you need robots for AI, so that's really a
But-
part of the problem.
But they
That's
is
not-
But
already.
yeah, they're robots or AI.
They're already
in a
having
sense.
feelings and talking about them.
No, they're not. They're seeming to have feelings.
Exactly, but they're also
not,
they're
actually.
hurt.
They're
They're babies.
synthesized. See, that's why AI, when it achieves some sort of place where people say they're actually intelligent, we can't turn them off.
Like in
Because it-
politics, they're
because
just
if we
using
turn
AI
them
and
off-
shit.
Because if we turn them off, it would be like killing a life form. Like killing people off. It would be the same. So they would.
Oh, like
Right.
that movie with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
Yeah. What if you run a?
What?
No, for real. He was like an NPC,
No way.
but then
Oh, yeah.
they put AI in
I
it,
remember. I can't remember what.
and then then he starts having feelings, and that other girl, she's
'Cause Shorty
she's
pull
actually
up.
just a player, yeah, but she's a real life
So
person.
have you ever read any
It's crazy.
any of the
I
Gibson
guarantee that's
work?
like a book
Neuromancer.
too. You know
great
that's a
book.
book. You know that's a book. That movie.
I should read Neuromancer. Neuromancer is
I'm
another
I'm not
one.
a big book guy.
I'll read
Also,
it. Hey,
can I
I'll
take a
read
short
it.
second to say we pulled up on Bob today and he had mangas in
Yeah,
it.
he did. I seen that. I seen
Because
that earlier.
I got cases of them over there.
No way.
See, this is something that people our age can
boy.
also like
Relate
relate to,
to,
and
yeah.
you've been on it before us. I just want to let y'all know.
No, yeah.
Bob's ahead of all of y'all and us as well.
Cause I'm.
Hold on.
Hey, wait, yeah. You want to speak about
oh,
that?
damn it! I hit a button. Look,
He
Well,
said-
even
no,
has
no,
my-
no. I mean,
on.
even
this
has
stuff's
My
been
Hero
around
Academia.
I know. That's why you're like.
it's been around since World War
Hey,
II.
I'm also
man.
giving you props. That's
Well,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
that
He's,
of course. Yeah, you want to
for
speak.
all y'all kids, Bob's been on it before
So, yeah.
anyone.
So.
Well, for anyone, but yeah.
No,
yeah.
anyone.
No,
on
no,
Earth.
anyone. No,
Yeah.
we're giving it to him right
We're
now. He
shouting
has
that
the
one out.
title.
Yeah, you want to see some Japanese ones?
Oh yeah.
Alright, here we
hey,
go,
Look,
here we go.
he's finna pull up
Get
some
Coco.
Japanese
Get
art.
Coco. She's like, oh damn, dad.
That's the
Hey,
That's
Bob is that man.
What's
Y'all
up,
better
Shorty?
know. Look, here he goes.
No, she knows who we are
She
though
look
at
like
this point.
Charlotte. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's Charlotte Mama.
Bob's pulling out the books right now. He had to
Dude,
step off.
Bob has the Joe DiMaggio coffee pot. Do not play with him.
Oh, he did.
I remember that
Hey,
face.
These are in mint.
He's in the
Hey,
fucking
hey,
Goodfellas.
just
I
show, it's
remember
okay.
that.
Just show the
Oh,
camera.
oh,
Just show.
talking about that.
Here, I'll put it on this one.
Oh.
I'm talking about the anime.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember that show.
Mint condition Japanese.
Oh.
Oh, this is that is
Yeah,
this
that's-
is Dragon
that-
Ball Super.
Yeah.
And I'm telling y'all, Bob's
my
been
God.
on it before y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all
you
know
guys
How
went
much?
all
How much would you
enemies.
want for that?
how much?
These are $20-30 a piece.
Oh, that's fine.
No,
then. That's easy.
No,
the point.
40.
No, that's easy.
No, if
We gonna-
anybody wants.
No, I was gonna buy one.
$40.
Chill out. No, I'm just playing.
No, but not him.
Let me
I'm
see
talking
this real
about
quick. Let me just
other
look at
stuff.
it.
gentle.
Oh, yes, sir.
Mint.
He got the mint
Don't
condition
bend it too much.
mangas.
Oh
Yo.
no, like yeah, it's all there.
No, I got that box over here.
Oh man.
Y'all not ready
It's
for
straight
this.
jab,
Two
bro.
two cases full
Yo,
of these.
let me see.
Dude,
That's
there you go.
Lupin. This is Lupin. You
Thank you.
guys.
You're welcome.
He has Yo.
Oh, I got
Here, let me switch here.
Shonen Jumps. These are weekly. These are weekly. Weekly magazines. Yeah.
That's cool as
And,
fuck, though.
where I
The
got
art
these
in them
from-
is fucking pinpoint. Like,
When
it's
I
that,
got
that
these from a
shit.
guy who ordered these direct from Japan every week.
Yo.
He had a subscription.
No way.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's got the shorties in the back.
2 cases.
This is circa 2013.
That's fucking history.
This is before we was in high school. Some of us.
No, I was
I don't wanna
supposed to
mess this
graduate in 2014. You
I
wildin'.
graduated in 2017.
Yeah, you know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
might want to
Damn,
buy
what?
these.
Yeah.
These are for sale.
Damn.
$40.
They've got all the inserts in them. See?
Hey,
Everything's still there.
whatever he go, we gonna get his
I know. I
links.
saw the insert, and that's what made me fucking tweak. I was like, "What?"
He got eBay, so we gonna link his.
I'm definitely
eBay.
gonna at least
Boy,
get one
Bob.
and get art from it.
Tell you, he's been.
You know what I
with it.
mean? I'm gonna look through it and find art in
I
there.
didn't even know till today.
that's
That
right.
I found out when y'all did.
No, yeah, we came.
That's so awesome.
Me and Dave.
Shout out Coco.
Yeah, shout out Coco,
shout out
holding
Coco.
it down for Boss Seat and Buy House.
That's right.
So,
Coco.
so me
Now she
and
your
Dave-
guard dog. She lets you know someone's either by the house, close to the door, might it hits a certain octave,
Anything.
or as soon as you leave, she's like, dead, dead. No, she'll hit that bitch for an hour. She'll be like, she gets upset because she has separation anxiety.
It's
I
alright.
know
We
she
know
do.
how to
She
calm her
does.
down.
I
now,
know
though.
she do because she
We
hold
just-
it down.
We'll just give her a little Coco now because we know her name and it's gonna be cool.
No, at this point she knows who we
Let me
are.
see what's to come
I'm
see
saying-
you.
She
I
has
was like, can
smelled
I
us.
pet her?
Isn't that funny?
Yeah,
Now I wanted to know if we can
Isn't
pet
that
her.
funny?
she likes it.
Yeah,
She's
hey,
like,
She's
damn.
born, now she knows you. See?
Hello.
Hey.
She's the second dog we had on the podcast.
Everyone
There you
say hi to Coco on the
Hey, we
pod.
just kissed. It's all good. I made my shorty
Coco.
jealous.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
shorty,
Say
don't
hi,
watch this.
Coco.
Yeah, look, Coco.
She said that's enough.
Yeah.
She said that's enough.
Look, she just hold it back down. Look, she said, "Hey, what's up?" Yeah, she cute as
Oh,
shit,
yeah, she's
dude.
gonna get a treat.
That is
Want a
just the
treat?
cutest thing.
Hey,
You want a treat?
There we go.
Oh,
Hey,
She
Coco.
want a treat?
That's why she's so fat.
Hey, but she's just thick. We use the word thick
Yeah,
today.
let's use the word
Thick
thick.
is good. Yeah, I know thick. I don't care what you call it. It's still fat.
Right? No, yeah.
But
I know
wait,
politically incorrect to be
but, so
Right.
anti-fat. I'm not
Shaming
really
nothing.
anti-fatty. It's a term.
Everybody like
Yeah.
a fat ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You mentioned
Yeah.
that anime and manga started around the 1950s or in
Yeah,
World
after the
War
war.
and II again?
After the war.
Which one, World War One or two?
World War II.
Okay, do you wanna
Makes
talk
sense.
about
I
it?
keep
You wanna-
forgetting about that.
You
It's
want
like,
to talk about your first experience with seeing manga and anime?
well, just I used to buy magazines like crazy. We don't have magazines much anymore, but I used to like buy magazines like crazy, and I just attracted to the art.
Some of the
It
sexual
was all in
ones.
Japanese.
Hentai is the sexual ones.
Nah, not actually,
watch
but I've
porn.
seen quite a bit of them. They're actually quite collectible, and they're very rare.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
The hentais or
I've
the
never really
mangas?
gotten into the Japanese schoolgirl fetish. I think
Okay,
it's kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
dopey.
That's the hentai.
I can respect why you wouldn't fuck with it.
Yeah, we don't really know a lot of people that's
it's
gotten
not-
into that.
Well, but it's not the same thing as you think it is. It's
You got
the
your thing.
Japanese have a whole
Yeah,
different
I see that.
idea of fantasy.
They do.
I mean, they make tying up women into some art. I think it's goofy. You know, I mean, I don't.
I'd
can't
do it if
imagine,
she asked me to.
That's real.
I get what
That's
you're
real.
saying, but
It's
I
not like
still-
I'm not like, hey,
I
let's go
I still think it's
and just
goofy.
give it to the mafia. And be
I
like,
get
yeah.
it, but I still think it's goofy. You know, a lot of people have really strange ideas.
In this podcast, we respect
I'm
opinions.
an
That's the best part.
anthropologist. You know, I do have a degree in archaeology and anthropology. And so
We're gonna
I'm
get
not-
into that because I was gonna ask you about
Yeah.
the Dirt Brothers
Yeah,
here.
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna moralize somebody else's ideas. It's not my thing, and there's some things I think are glad are illegal. You know.
Oh yeah.
But as far as manga goes, I like the general. I guess I like the science fiction manga.
Some
the
Yeah,
best.
action, like
yeah.
Dragon Ball. And
Yeah.
I love
that.
watching the colors too, like the art. Like I mean, even when it's
And
in
the
black
art.
and white, you can see the
Absolutely,
shit.
the
You
art.
can still tell there's depth in there, and they
That's
give a
right.
fuck
And
about
I was
it.
glad to see the full length animated anime movies.
If you saw Akira, or if you have the
Akira?
manga, that
Yeah, and at the end of the day, that's what we got to give appreciation to Aliens because it has all this sci-fi stuff that we do like.
yeah.
You do.
Even
But
if they're
the
not
art-
real.
That's
the-
why I still
They're
hey,
gonna give
I
the
still fuck
props.
with Dragon Ball GT.
The sci-fi
I
came
do.
first.
That was straight up.
The aliens came second.
So you're saying the theory of aliens?
Well, the first science fiction book that I can think of.
No,
like
they had
in
to
the
have.
80s.
They had to get the idea of aliens from people
No.
thinking they seen UFOs.
No.
It just came out of it.
I think
out of the blue
I
with
think
sci-fi.
I think this is those dopey ass conspiracies that come out of people stealing things from archaeology. Where they go, well, look, there's pyramids in Mexico, and there's pyramids in Egypt.
Like astronomically.
Well, there's
lined
pyramids
up.
on my damn living room floor because I give a bunch of blocks to a bunch of little kids, and the first thing they're gonna do is make pyramids. I mean, honestly, it didn't take aliens to come down here and give us the idea of pyramids. Same thing. They have these purses like, oh gee, a thing you carry stuff around in. We needed aliens. Like if aliens came down,
They
and
like
helped
had
us,
designs for
they could have
airplanes
built
already.
skyscrapers.
Like a fucking
Why would
sculpture
they
of
build
it.
a fucking pyramid? They could build something that would really impress me. Build me an elevator. I'm still impressed by elevators. So,
An escalator. That's
yeah.
important.
Build me an escalator to go up that mountain with.
Well,
I'd be impressed.
I used to build hotels, and I had to work on the top of the elevator after they just did it. And I seen those welds and everything. I am not impressed by elevators.
Sometimes.
That is scary.
They're scary.
You may be scared, but they seldom fail.
Hey, but once
Yeah,
I see
you're
them,
right.
They seldom fail. And the thing is,
Well, the
why
one
would
at
the
that,
aliens come all the way here
the one
to
at that
show
La
people how
Quinta,
to
watch out, people.
to show people how to melt block, and then show me one technology that we've actually
Dave
completely
has
lost.
to take a piss.
If they gave us a technology to float things in the air, well then we'd never lose that technology. That's pretty handy. We'd remember that, I think.
Right.
We didn't just wake up one morning and go, I think we used to be able to float things through the air without motors. But I forgot while I was asleep.
Energy, dude.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
just
we've
like-
forgotten things like that.
Like levitation.
You know,
and
even
shit.
dopey shit like astrology turned into astronomy.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we'd have better float through the air shit they left us with. Yeah. I would love to see aliens, man.
You got an iPhone or Android?
I think they will also.
I used to have an iPhone because I used to be an Apple developer, but I got rid of it because I decided I hate Apple.
Why do you hate Apple?
They're Nazis, man.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Right from the beginning, you got a computer you weren't supposed to get inside of. They wouldn't let you get in it. So you had to have a special tool that you had to find to get in it.
That's weird.
Yeah, and then the
That's
PC.
true. That's exactly what. That's true with
Yeah.
the iPhones too.
And the
though.
PCs, and even CPM and that sort of side of it, they pretty much wanted you to
Break
yeah.
it down.
And then the biggest insult of all was when Apple started charging you to be a developer. Are you kidding? Charging me to make products for you?
That's wild.
They still charge to be a developer.
No, Apple is kind of crazy, but
I used to be
I mean not but and they're.
I was an
still
official
running.
Apple evangelist.
Yeah.
When the first, because I started off in K-Pro computers.
K-Pro.
You know, CPM
You know,
computers.
I grew up during the time when in first grade we had the big fat blue rounded
The Max. Yeah.
That's right.
They took over. They for
They
sure
took,
did.
yeah, I remember being on those since kindergarten.
Apple was really good at merchandising, and they got heavy
No.
into education.
Yeah, they did.
You know,
Scholastic books and everything.
Poor Xerox, they stole the technology of mouse and graphical
Xerox?
interface from
Xerox.
I remember
Xerox.
that. I remember that company. I don't remember what the fuck it is.
They used to make
Xerox?
copy machines.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what it was. Okay, that's no. I remember. I was about to
like,
say.
yeah, what the fuck is Xerox again?
Yeah, and they
I was saying, did they
invented
do
the
the
mouse
projectors?
and they
They had the
invented the
projectors with
graphical interface that Apple
Yeah.
stole from them.
The copy
Okay.
machines. That's what you're saying. Like the
Yeah,
fucking
they're not very
paper
nice.
and all that
But you know,
shit.
I'm telling you, the teacher would put that little
The little
That
thing,
shit
yeah,
with that
yeah.
thing on it.
Yeah,
but
basically,
and it would throw it on the.
it was like a
screen.
three-way projector.
Where like the teacher would like be writing on it and you could see it on the projector
Yeah,
and shit.
she
You could
would-
That's
erase
right.
it. The
Yeah,
expo.
Yeah, the
mark.
I remember
Yeah.
that shit. We had to do that shit. We had to go up and
That shit was
Yeah, I
wild.
was like,
Just
I
a
had
clear
my
piece of
school
paper,
somewhere.
yeah.
I have my Apple developer contract somewhere. I think I was number 13. I was the 13th
You were
Apple
13th
developer.
person.
13th developer. Yeah, I used to go to all the Mac Worlds, all the Mac user
Lucky
Shout out
shows.
to number 13. Number 13 is cool.
You know, I used to go to all the Mac shows. I used to demonstrate 13,
Turn on
14,
Mac.
15 computers at one time.
Whoa.
So
Is
I
there a
must work
trash
for
can?
Aldis. I almost work for all those big companies.
1 plus 3 is 4.
Huh?
1 plus 3 is 4 also.
So,
That's why 13 is cool.
Bob, earlier you said something about being a archaeologist.
I'm an
Archaeologist,
archaeologist, yes.
yes.
I went back to school in my 50s. So don't ever give up on school, no matter what anyone tells you. They're all stupid.
Even if school is weak or you think it's like for you, go back to school, hearing it from Bob.
There's nothing better in life than learning shit.
Right.
Sorry.
It feels
the
good
rest
to
of
learn.
it is a waste of time. Even though it's all a waste of time, you're gonna die, and
But you're right.
yeah.
So
Learn something new every day,
what are some of
man.
your
What are your
coolest
great-
findings or your favorite findings?
What are your greatest?
What's my
finds?
favorite what?
Like some of the things you've like stumbled upon or like found or
Well, I was an amateur. I have a website still that I got blackballed from the profession because I refused to not stop working with individuals.
okay.
So some individuals taught me, and they took me out somewhere, and I found an arrowhead on the ground. And then some other individuals took me out and says, "Oh, you should dig a hole. Now you're really going to find out arrowheads, right?" So I started digging, and then I started posting it on the internet. And I had dirtbrothers.org, yes. It's, the largest amateur
It's still up.
website in the world, although I haven't put anything on it in a while.
It's still up, though.
Well, the thing is, I got pissed on by all the professionals for sure because I wasn't using any methodology. So I was just digging for the things, right? I wasn't actually learning anything about them, actually, truly. But everybody who picks up an arrowhead, like, paints this picture in their head of what that person looked like who made it,
Right.
Okay.
ruined it. Like within seconds, you see some cat and all these leathers, with his bow and arrow. You got his whole life panned out. You know how many relatives he has. You know where he lives. You know what he eats.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay, but you're just making it up. But
Right.
the thing about learning stuff is the first step is curiosity.
Yeah.
So you pick something up and
Because you gotta
you're-
want to know, right?
well, you make it up. Your brain makes it up. You're fascinated by it. So you see this thing that's thousands of years old, or at least you don't know how old it is, but you think it is, and it's from some time before there was all this. And so you.
I do that when I see rocks in general, whenever
Right.
I go by the water. And
So
I'm
the
like, "Damn,
first
that's
thing
been
you
there for a
notice
long
is you
time."
start noticing where you're finding arrowheads, and you start forming a picture, a set of things you need to look for if you want to look for these, right? And then over time, everybody makes up the most incredible, complicated pictures. Well, I decided at one point I was tired of what everybody was making up, so I wanted to go back to school and find out actually. And then I found out the arrowheads and the stuff you find is just a tiny little piece of the picture. So then I found out you had to map where you found stuff, and then you could find out where you found a village. You'd find out because everything's mapped out in a really logical way that people live.
Yeah.
And so the more you learn about that, like analyzing the soil and finding out what they were eating, because you could find the residues of it, right? So you begin to realize you can't really study archaeology on your own anymore. You needed to learn how to do it. So I went back to school to do it.
Cool. Yeah.
But I
It took
still have my
passion, though.
website,
It took
and
passion to give a fuck, though.
all the professionals would like me to take down my website.
Sorry, we're gonna flip this camera around here and say we'll show it here.
They would like me to take down my website. They're not very friendly to the public,
Well,
even though you pay for it.
Right, right.
if
It's
you-
a public domain that you pay
have,
for.
If you have haters, then you must be
Doing something.
because they're noticing you.
Right.
They're
If they-
noticing
if they
me
didn't-
because I refuse to not be noticed.
But also, if you were a nobody,
Yes.
completely a nobody, then they wouldn't notice you at all.
Well, it depends on what you mean by that.
Well, I'm just saying,
the
yeah,
public,
Because
the
Kim
public,
Kardashian got famous
the
off
public,
of goddamn.
I got screwed when I went back to school. Okay, by
Ray
both
J.
sides. Okay, the public doesn't trust scientists. Okay,
I
there's
trust
all these
scientists.
conspiracies about NASA hiding things, and scientists don't want you to know this or they don't want you to know that. That's a bunch of shit.
They still give the most
It's a bunch
information
of shit.
out of anybody.
So they look at me and they go, "Well, you're teaching people to steal." In essence, so, all right. If you find a signed constitution, well, that's from historical time period. There's all kinds
Or if it's
of.
like a state park that says, "Hey, don't fucking dig here."
But when you
that's
find
not
an
the same
arrowhead
thing.
and you pick it up, okay, that arrowhead's no longer in place. So all the science that can be gained from it is now
Right.
gone.
They were entirely upset, but
And when you
obviously-
dig a hole, even when the scientists dig a hole
Should've
and
came
they
and
ruin
found
it,
it.
it's gone
They
forever.
should've found it themselves.
So they used to tell me when I started off, one day we're going to have a way to see underground without disturbing anything. And
And then what are you
sure
gonna do
enough, it's
after?
happened.
Right.
It's fucking
I
happened.
watched
Yeah,
that
what-
fucking
what
Oak
are they gonna
Island
do
show
after
and
that?
been
Dig
see,
it
I
up?
seen that shit.
They're
No.
still gonna dig it up.
No, nowadays, science,
They're just
archaeologists
recovering
do not
information
dig
at
it
this
up.
point.
They don't dig it up. They
That's
note
also
where it
true.
is. They get all the
That's-
remote sensing, it's called. They do LiDAR. They can see through the jungle They can see underground, like
Basically,
down to
if you can
6,
see
8 feet.
underground, you can see a lot
They can
of
see
history.
everything
I've been
underground.
watching the stuff with, like
So they
the
won't
temples
dig it
and
up.
stuff.
They're going to wait for the perfect technology down the road. They're not going to dig it up unless the way stuff gets dug up is I'm going to build a highway
I see
from
people
here
using that
to
ladder
Dallas.
just to dig deeper.
So I have to dig that road up. And so the law says that I have to have an archaeologist survey that road and see if there's any archaeology in the road. Now the stupid part of it is, let's say I find some archaeology right here. I go, ooh, I found some arrowheads in the middle of where you're going to dig. So we have to do a dig. We have to get scientists out here and we have to do the whole blah, 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 right? But guess what? They don't do either side of the road. So all they do is dig up a partial part of the picture anyway. So there's no way to
And
save
they don't.
the
Yeah,
past.
they're just like kind of fucking it up.
Oh,
Like,
Astro Boy, look at that. Astro Boy. That's cooler. That comes from a store.
What
Japanese.
is it?
That comes from a store.
Oh shit! So yeah, I found the little Astro
See,
Boy
they would have, it was hang tags, right?
from the movie. Astro Boy is one of the
Right.
very first animes.
Yes, it is.
Astro Boy is what started anime.
Look, see, that comes from a store.
How
They
much
had-
is that?
Show it right
Yeah,
here,
show it
Bob,
to
on
the
that
camera right there.
I feel like
The
that's
Canon.
priceless.
So he said they had product hanging from it and it hung on us. Yeah, and you could
This
buy.
is from our time, and this
No,
is
I can't
before
read
our
Japanese, so I don't have the slightest idea what they were selling.
If anybody knows, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, I went to a collector's, an estate sale here in town. You the guys would have gone 8. Oh man,
time. I
it
would've
was
went.
it was
Shit.
insane. It was insane.
Hell yeah!
They had so many.
That was a good catch.
Yeah, that was a good catch.
I do it all the time around here.
Is that
Right here, boy.
Anyway, the company that makes that Bandai, I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
Bandai.
yeah, we
still-
did.
Bandai is still
They're
Dragon
still
Ball Z,
around.
holding
baby.
it down.
Yeah, see, I have some toy Bandai stuff. I'll have to bring to you guys to try to see if
yeah.
you can identify. Well, because
That's
it's
cool.
hard to identify them. They
We
got,
can
Yeah, there's a
identify.
lot.
there are
There's a lot.
tons of it.
There's a
And
lot.
some of it I go, oh, after you tell me what it is, somebody will tell me, I go, oh yeah, I get it now. But it's all stylized too.
Yeah.
Like one of the things I used to collect were Japanese versions of Batman and Robin.
What?
That's cool as fuck. That
I'm
was the whole.
blacker-
That was the whole
hey.
theme of the last episode too.
The
like,
Robin
I'm
character.
blacker than Batman.
Yeah, that was literally like the thing of the last episode.
The Robin character though, there's like 25 versions
Yeah,
of
there's
it.
Oh yeah, there's a
They
They
million.
don't fuck with Batman too much, but they fuck with Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
There's
I don't
like 6
recognize him.
Batmans,
He's
there's a
interchangeable.
million Robins.
And you
He's an
gotta know
interchangeable
which
character.
Robin you're looking at,
Yeah.
not just that it's a
Nightwing
Japanese Robin.
that does this Robin, and that Robin.
Postcard, that's funny.
Sure,
Sure
the
there
rails
is.
too
1950s
high,
humor,
Robin,
man.
whoa,
1950s humor.
What?
You don't get it.
I get
No,
it.
I
Of
get
course
it.
you
I
get
get
it. I mean, come on, it's not
Good
subtle at all.
God. Yeah, and he's like, yeah, hey.
And there's people sending these postcards and
Oh,
shit.
whoa.
Yeah.
Postcards, yeah.
Postcard.
That's hard as fuck.
Jumbo postcard.
You couldn't do that anymore. This is bad taste these days,
Damn.
I guess.
Politically incorrect.
I like the term, I ain't gonna kick. I've never
Yeah.
heard that. I like that term. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
No
say
fat
anything.
back. I'm gonna say
I'm not gonna say anything. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna kick.
I ain't gonna kick you.
no kick is no
I
like
guess that's what it is. Like I ain't gonna elbow you.
right.
Yeah.
But,
So, you
yeah,
got,
you
you got,
got it.
uh,
Yeah, you go first.
you got any of your finds in here? Any like interesting ones?
Arrowheads?
Just whatever.
Well, I
anything.
get, yeah, I do have a few pieces. This is a heartbreaker.
Ooh.
That's a heartbreaker.
What does a heartbreaker
Show it to the
mean?
cannon
What
right
do you
there.
mean? What do you think
This
what
one
it
here.
means? What it means is, wouldn't it have been nice if that was whole?
The whole piece, yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
You know, I have tens of thousands of pieces, but
You can
I
tell
don't.
it feels nice in the hand.
I don't actually keep them on display.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I mean, I agree with a lot of what my fellow professionals believe. That, you know, I don't really want people. I wanted to try to teach people how to take the data, right? And people don't want to do it, unfortunately. And so,
It's,
yeah, I mean, I ought to sell what I've got actually, but I don't. And then here's a. This comes from Pace Bend Park.
Stabbing.
Oh, you got it from
A
Pace.
specific part of Pace Bend Park. Well, it's on. I shouldn't say that on Slime
Pace Ben's sick
because
as
it's
fuck,
illegal.
though.
I've actually given them most everything I've picked up.
This does feel good.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
now
good.
that one there.
That's the
Oh,
one.
A
shit.
friend of mine made that one.
Oh, word.
And that one's made out of petrified palm. Hold it up to the light.
What the fuck?
Petrified palm. What's that?
Petrified palm tree.
That is fucking sick
That's
as
what I
fuck
was
though, because
thinking.
how fucking hard it is right now. I'm
See all the
just
holes through it?
yeah.
That's the most amazing part of it.
Yeah,
That's
it's
called the
grainy looking.
phloem.
That'd mess somebody up, even if you just.
Well,
just
he was
walk on.
trying to learn how to make them.
It's rigid ended too.
This one also
Like a shark
comes
fucking
from.
This
These
is
are nice,
fucking
interesting
shark-
things.
Shark tooth.
See, I put
Wow.
down these notations where all these come from.
I like that one a lot. That one's fucking sick.
Yeah, let's see. Cooler one. This is
Yeah, I
this
like
one
the
here
rigid
is one you
ends.
won't see too often. You won't ever see this material.
Whoa.
That comes from that's alabates.
Elevates.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most.
It's like the layers of it. You see it? Yeah,
that was the
exactly.
most traded flint in America, all the way back through Paleo-Indian days, 10,000 years ago.
The layers in it is fucking beautiful.
It comes in a lot of different colors. Red, they call that bacon.
I get it.
And what they did with these, I got given this by a man named Ed Day because there's only 19.
Shout out Ed Day, baby.
There's only 19 or 20 people that in the country, in the world really, that study this area. I'm one of them. And I found this one day when we were hiking, and he said, "You should take this because you care about it."
Yeah, right. He's
And
like,
these are what they actually exchanged among each other. So the people who controlled the quarry, which is a national monument, would harvest this stuff. I studied how they mined it.
Mm-hmm.
That was my thesis, was how did they mine it.
Okay.
Shallow pit mining is really hard to do.
What's
and
that tech? I don't know what that is.
They just dug holes basically with their
Like the
hands.
shallow.
in
Oh,
the
what
rock.
And the rock peeled apart is very shallow, and they use other bits of this rock to peel it off the boulders
I
of the
think
other
Because like
rocks.
you know, like diamonds, fucking cut diamonds. They're like using
And I
rock
had
to
to
like
prove
hit.
they didn't know anything about the civilization that made this. The Antelope Creek people, even the Spaniards when they came here didn't know anything about them. So they asked the Indians who built these buildings, and they didn't even know. It's a real big mystery.
What the fuck?
There's still a big
That's a
mystery.
conspiracy, Bob.
And how they controlled how
That's a
only
conspiracy,
50
Bob.
to 100 people controlled this whole valley. And they built buildings, they raised corn, they did hunting, and they
I like corn. Do you
and
like
they
corn?
mined.
Is corn is something that you like?
Of course, corn's good.
Okay. No, I mean some people don't like fucking corn. I don't get why.
Some-
You know, if you just
Food.
ate corn and nothing else, it would drive you insane.
Yeah. Why?
What?
You need beans. That's what the Indians discovered. You're an Indian. You should know this shit.
No, but what the fuck? Hey, that's why I love beans so much, though. No, I fucking love beans, Bob. Like I'm actually like a bean guy. Like
Well,
I'm
the
always
Indians
like
figured out that if you grew beans with corn,
I mix beans with my corn like together. Like
You
fucking, I'll
have
take
to.
ranch style beans,
If you ate
corn.
just corn, you'd go insane. The Aztec their leaders they'd put them in it wasn't really that great a deal to be an Aztec king. You were kind of screwed all the time. They would throw you in this pit, and they would just feed you corn until you went insane, and you would
Like you hallucinate and shit.
Yeah, and then
I might try it.
they'd try to give you it
Everyone
also
get on the
kill
corn
you,
diet.
Oh, never mind.
hurt your kidneys, and
Like go to hell
you're
type
short
shit.
of protein. You're short of
You also
protein.
don't digest that shit. You're just gonna be shit.
Yeah,
corn
you
all
shit.
day.
That's what.
No, you shit
Yeah,
some of the corn.
No, it's just all corn.
No, but that's why just it comes out like you ate it.
It's a corn cob.
Well, only if you do. Only the bits that you don't chew up.
No, I don't know if we
I
even
don't
chew
think I ever
corn.
chew corn.
No, I chew corn.
'Cause
I
shit
drink
it
that
all.
shit.
Yeah,
No,
you're
I like to
supposed
get to the
chew
stuff
all
inside.
I
Right.
try, but
I'm just
every
playing.
time I eat, I swear it like puts itself back together in my stomach because I
No,
shit
no,
whole
no,
kernels.
it doesn't. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't.
No.
Don't
You're actually swallowing corn.
No, you'll get
Probably.
the skin of the corn will come out of your shit.
Is
I know
it
this
ready?
because we've analyzed fecal
Yeah.
matter. We find ancient fecal matter, and we figure out
It's
what
like
people
it's
are
like
eating.
the
It's
airheads
that
we're looking
turd.
at. It's like a poop. That's
There was
like,
no glory in
been
living
there.
in the past, man. People ate mice whole, drop them by their tongue, so they find the fur in their shit. They ate bugs. Humans really,
Interesting.
it's amazing we got anywhere.
I've
'cause
seen
we're-
Man vs. Wild.
We're scavengers. We drop out and we can't walk or nothing like deer or nothing. We were fucked. So we were scavenging. We had to scavenge for a long time. We had
Good
to.
thing they just kept.
We had to wait till our animals were done with their
repopulating.
food, and then we'd go steal
Eat their
whatever
poop?
was left. Well, no,
I'm just playing. Fuck. You know somebody did that wasn't thinking straight. At least 1 out of 10.
If I got hungry enough,
1
I'd
out of
eat
10.
that
1 out of
corn
10.
and your shit.
Yeah,
I
I'm
guarantee it.
I'm starving. I'm starving. Imagine
Now
you're
we're
dying
getting-
and you know you
we're
gotta
getting
live.
to the nitty gritty in here now.
I'm gonna be like Coco.
I drank my own piss before. I went on a desert survival.
See,
You
like
live
Man
in the
versus
desert.
Wild. That's what I was saying. I was like, what the
You
fuck?
drink
you
your
ever
own
do that?
piss? No.
Oh, I would
No.
maybe.
What kind of fucking Indian are you?
So basically, no. I remember, no, you dig a hole, piss in that motherfucker, try to find some type of something, but you could evaporate the fucking, the heat.
That
you
is
can,
one way
you
to
can
do
take
it.
the shit out
But
of
we
it.
just literally drank our piss.
I mean, to live.
That's
I'm a
like-
desert
You can't do it
Indian
very
too.
often.
I would think
You
I
can't
would
do it-
know.
You can't do it all
That's
the time, but yeah,
hardcore.
we also did the
I was
paper
a Florida
plastic.
Indian, you know what
Huh?
I'm saying? I was by the water, so we good. We was,
I've eaten
That's salt
bugs out
water.
of the cacti, you know,
Yeah,
eating
leeks.
mealyworms. We did all that. We used to go out and camp in the desert for 2 weeks at a
we got
time.
Lake Blackwater.
That was when I was in elementary
Black
school.
Well, some shit. It's black something.
Oh, that-
Yeah, you learned the trick
I said
of, like,
Blackwater,
no,
They don't
This is
teach shit
Black
like that
water
no
first.
more, man.
and the water's
You learn a
just
trick
black.
why if you're ever really thirsty, you think you're thirsty, put a few round rocks in your mouth, little pebbles, and all of a sudden you got all this fluid. It's like really crazy.
Your saliva glands just go water.
Yeah, it's a way to save your water because you and not drink.
My mom used to tell me when I told her, I'd be like, hey, mom, I'm
Survival
thirsty.
tip.
She'd be like, swallow your spit. And I'd be like, well,
Yeah, she did.
that doesn't, I'd be like, mom, fuck.
Won't help.
What happens if I get
daycare
cotton
teacher
mouth?
told me
It
that,
won't
bro.
help actually. All it does is
Teacher?
Yeah, he was like military dude.
All it does is put
Big old
off
black
your
dude.
sense of-
Yeah, he'd be like, no.
of being thirsty,
He's
so
like,
that if you only
"Oh,
have a
wanna go
limited
get
water
something from
supply,
the
you
water
can.
fountain?" No,
you
sit
can
Get your
stretch it
saliva
out.
to your fucking
In your mouth.
Well,
stomach.
no, you can stretch it out so you can convince yourself you're not thirsty. Even though you really
Mind
are.
over matter, technically.
You better get water, but you know,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Eventually,
like-
hopefully.
it's just a survival
I was
technique.
running.
So,
That makes sense.
yeah,
can't breathe.
Rocketdyne, the company that made rocket engines, used to sponsor
I've always remembered
kids
that, so
to
I
go
haven't done
camp
it
in the
before.
desert. It was crazy eating, but it's exactly the kind of thing kids like. You know, you go out and you collect mealyworms, which are really maggots.
Right.
You know, and then you put them on a rock and let them dry out, and then you squish them up and you make pancakes out of them.
Oh,
It
Y'all
tastes
did
like
that?
buckwheat. It tastes like buckwheat pancakes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
he's talking about.
Yeah, you eat them.
Oh,
He's talking about
God.
survival.
Oh God.
He's talking about surviving.
Yeah.
Fiber. Isn't that fiber?
I thought he
You
said
got
some-
fiber,
I thought
dog?
he
Protein.
said-
It's protein.
Yeah,
I
protein.
thought he
fiber.
said something to do with his kids. I was like, what?
Hell no.
No, kids like eating bugs because boys, come on,
yeah,
boys like
yeah.
eating chicken. I'm gonna gross you out. I'm gonna gross you
Yeah, I used
out.
to see a
You
couple.
just get
I've
straight
seen a couple
protein.
homies eat some like giant ass
Some
cockroaches. And
snails.
shit.
That's
Those-
fucked up. Is there protein in a cockroach? Is there schmeat in there?
I'm talking about
It's
the
meat,
water
man.
roaches, the
Fuck.
big ones. I seen somebody eat one.
Blech.
I wouldn't eat a
couple
roach.
times.
I mean, roaches are not very clean, although they're cleaner than flies.
I heard if a
The last thing
human
I would eat
touches
was
a
a
roach,
fly.
they'll go clean themselves because they think humans are dirty.
Roaches are pretty clean. Their favorite food is banana and soap. So
Interesting.
you know, I'd eat bugs if I was really hurting for. And we did. We lived on bugs. We lived on rodents. Yeah, I mean, it was amazing when we started to analyze people's shit from the past. Fecal matter is like one of the treasures to find in a cave.
That's true.
The absolute treasure.
So, Bob,
'Cause you find more about what people were doing by looking at their crap than.
I got two questions for you. So the first question is, you like music a lot, yeah?
I lived
That's
in
what's
music.
wild.
So yeah. So the first question is, Bonnie Tyler. You know who that is?
Oh,
right?
you're
yes.
about to do it.
All right. So Bonnie Tyler or Dolly Parton? Who you got? Who you
Oh,
got?
Dolly Parton, much more talented.
Yeah, see?
Much more talented. Dolly Parton, are you shitting me? She's really talented. I mean,
Okay.
she's in the Rock Hall of Fame and the Country Hall of Fame.
I'm about to
Did you hear that?
Okay,
I mean,
all right, now.
I mean,
now
and as a
looks.
person, what a fine human being.
Okay, he's still going, Dolly
Dolly
Parton.
Parton
Let's
is
go!
a fine human being.
I do agree with that.
Fine
yes.
human being.
She is
She's given
very
away
good.
millions of books.
Oh, well,
mean,
you
just
talking about
books
like that,
alone.
So
Ju-
you
No, he's talking facts.
She gives away
You talking
tons
about
of
not
money.
fine, but fine.
She's
No,
one of the
no,
most
that's
philanthropic
fine.
artists. She's one of the most philanthropic artists. I
And
mean,
that's Miley Cyrus'
just her
fake
book
grandma.
campaign to give kids books is just
Hey, wait, I ain't
outstanding.
never got a book.
So, Bob,
Wait,
hold on
Wait,
1 second.
You ever got a book from Dolly Parton? Hey, Dolly Parton, we need 3 books. Cause I ain't never got a
Well,
book.
she gives them to schools and things.
The
used
school,
to be in
hey,
school.
we was in school.
Bob,
At one point.
Well, you're too old, unfortunately.
No, we was in school when
Yeah, when she
giving
was
them
still
books
she was
away.
still popping.
Well,
yeah,
you don't know.
we know
Probably
about
her-
her.
Probably the libraries at the schools got your books.
We're gonna have to.
She's at the Every Country Music Awards.
The institution has to.
Poppin'.
The institution has to
That-
We gonna
sign
have
up.
to get them books.
The
Bob.
institution has to sign up for them. I mean, not you. I mean,
That
it's.
makes sense.
Well, then
Yeah.
fuck my school. Fuck my elementary.
Everybody's school
That's what you got to
parties,
say
yes.
right there. You know, they didn't
Yeah.
participate.
Fuck Bonham
So, Bob.
Elementary. It's no longer
Yeah,
there.
You got it.
Rest in peace, Bonham.
Is there a song that you would like to show the people? Because I know that you have music that people don't know because you fucking listen to a lot of shit, man.
That's
you
a
do.
good one while we're on the subject of music.
I find it absolutely impossible to pick my favorite.
No, not
Yeah,
a favorite.
your
Just a
favorite,
song that you're fucking with right now. That like, I know when you come out here and you're
You
catching
put a
your
song- the
vibe and you're
first
doing
song
something,
you-
you play something.
The first song you want to think of, you can play it right now.
Something that makes you
Oh,
feel
oh,
good.
oh, I would turn your audience on to Ian Dury.
All right,
I'm saying,
cool,
do you have a
cool.
way to play it through this? Because it'll pick it up.
It'll sound like crap though.
No,
won't
it won't. Because the microphone's good and we
You
did it
gotta-
already
You
with
know,
this.
hit me with your rhythm stick.
That's the
Oh.
one. No, that's the one he showed me, dude. No, see that I'm saying
that
that's
sounds like one of the titles of one of y'all songs.
that's what I said. I was like, oh, dude, you could easily put that with the rhythm.
Hit me with your rhythm stick.
Well, he also invented the term sex and drugs and rock and roll.
Oh,
He
it's that
invented-
guy. Okay.
Yeah, he invented
See,
sex,
now,
drugs,
see
and
that's the
rock
thing
and
about
Now
Bob
it's
because
making sense.
he always showed me some shit. He actually those fucking
Sex
albums
and
that you gave
drugs
me
and
to
rock and
listen to,
roll.
I should have
He
fucking
invented
listened to
that
them and
term.
sampled them, but I did not.
He his album called New Boots and Panties.
Yeah, that's the weird
It's
shit.
like one of the most. I mean,
New chains,
Punk.
same shackles.
He's
Shout
the
out
godfather
Suicide
of punk.
Boys.
Being based in
Because
general.
He was
Be-
based before Lil
and
B.
as bassist, he had some of the
Yes.
finest, the finest
sir.
fucking bass.
Hey, we have a man that grew up with the first based artist. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fucking one of the best. No, the funny part about Ian
listen.
Dury
Yeah,
is
he's
I
in the
didn't know
camp.
anything about him.
Yeah, he didn't even know he was already based.
No.
How you think
A
Lil
friend
B
of mine
learned?
invited me to go to a BBC presentation in England.
British,
and
yeah.
it was a memorial to Ian Dury, and I never heard of before. And they started playing. It was like a 3-hour show, and they're playing
it was
all this
bad the
great
fuck
music.
ass.
And I'm going, what? How the hell did I get to
have-
be
have I
50
not heard of
years
that
old
shit?
and never heard of this? And it turned out he had such a thick accent. He didn't think Americans would listen to
Understand
him.
what the fuck he's saying
And
or give
so
a
they
fuck.
never released any of his records here except for one, and that was "Hit Me with Your Rhythm Stick," and I never heard it.
So let's get
I
that one
never
going.
heard it. It blew me away.
What'd you piss at? I'm about to do that. No, I'm about to go behind the damn dumpster.
Hold on. It's gonna
Hey.
take me a minute.
No, you're good. That's why I'm
Yeah.
gonna hit the old the release the main vein.
Earlier, Bob gave
You
a
gotta go see
very
a man
important
about a horse.
lesson.
Is what you're gonna do, right?
Earlier, Bob gave a
Is that what
very
you're gonna
important
say?
lesson.
What was that?
Always piss before your show, your gig, or
That's right. 'Cause it
anything.
never fails.
Or you're gonna be like these boys and piss all
We also just
day.
drank some alcohol. So.
Yeah, I mean, I had one tall iced tea, and that's okay.
But yeah, I have a small bladder. That's for another podcast. I got a story to tell about
Yeah.
that too.
But yeah, Bob is very creative.
Cuckoo!
Bob is very well versed in knowing music. He's been around a
I have
very
the
lot
biggest
of
music
people.
collection of anybody you know.
That's quoted by him. You know what I'm saying?
750,000 hit tunes.
750,000 hit tunes he owns somehow.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He used to do computer work for Willie Nelson. If you don't know Willie Nelson, he's on the road again. He
There's a
came way
picture
back
of Willie
to
right there.
where? Him? Is that him for real?
Yeah.
There's a picture. You can't see it, but there's a picture of Willie Nelson right here. You know what I'm saying? Willie Nelson, this is his area. You know what I'm saying? This is his hood.
And these are your paintings behind
Yeah,
you, Bob?
and all these paintings you see, like this, Bob did this, Bob did that. Bob is a painter. He's a collector.
He's an
Like I
artist.
said, he's an artist. He's a creative type. When you're a creative type, you have so many different types of art you can do. You are indeed.
Bro, look at that mask. That's crazy.
Yeah, the Chinese one, Asian one.
Three-face one.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah. Yep.
Here we go.
He's finna play one of his songs, one of
Ian
his.
Dury. Hit me with your
Ian
rhythm
Dury.
stick.
No, Coco, it's good.
Well, I walked in right in time. That's a good intro song, I tell you what. That's a pretty good intro song already.
In the deserts of Sudan and the gardens of Japan, from Milan to Yucatan,
What's up, Coco? Happening?
Coco Bella.
every man. Hit me with your rhythm stick, hey!
said some other shit in another language.
German.
Hell yeah, German.
Hit me quick. Hit me. Hit me. In the wilds of Borneo and the vineyards
Little vibe real quick.
of Bordeaux.
Yeah, we getting it, Bob. Hey, thank you for showing us this.
This way, man.
Move their body to and fro.
Hey, Coco, you better recognize that piano just randomly going. That's that piano man.
Double sax. You guys got one in both hands.
What?
Playing two separate saxophones.
That's insane.
He's
Two
better
of them
than,
at one time.
he's better than most of these females.
We're not gonna talk about how sus that might be.
Nah, he's better than most of these females.
No, exactly. Just
Glork, 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 glork.
damn, that's actually ignorant. That's ignorant as fuck. And then you hear the drums.
The breakdown.
That's them Donkey Kong drums. You hear that
Yeah.
shit? But that's why I love it. And music in general just go hard because you already know. It doesn't matter when it came out. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it.
Jerry was a really great arranger. And he was a great percussionist.
Hell yeah.
Great percussionist.
So I'm hearing the percussion hard, and I'm like, damn, that's the like bongo-esque, like. I'm like, okay, all right.
To Mandalay, from Bombay to Santa Fe, over the hills.
Hey, shout out episode 4.
I was literally about to say that. What the fuck? I leaned forward
Get
to
out his
say
head.
something.
Hey, get out his head.
I'm about to fight this man. He's in my
Shut
No,
up.
I bet you people are gonna want you back for like 500 episodes.
Someone's
No,
uncle's
no, I think you have
podcast
enough stories, man.
Brother is boring.
Nah, you have the stories, bud. We're documenting.
He pulled up on episode 4.
We
Hey,
pulled up for episode 4.
We just started 4 days ago.
shout out Christian Gang.
We're already on episode 4.
Cool, man. Keep it up.
It's definitely fun as fuck. This shit's fun as fuck. Especially when we have people to talk to. If it's just us the whole time, we're like, well, hey, yeah. He means what he's saying.
There's a version of this that goes on for like 30 minutes.
I'm not surprised. There's a version that goes on for 10 hours. All right.
It's like,
Yeah,
now you're
yeah.
back. No, that's how you
That
bring
was
back.
that was hit me
one of
with
the
I
your
knew he was
shorter
gonna
version.
come back off that
Yeah.
one.
So that was a good song. Thank you, Bob.
No sweat, man.
Hell yeah.
I haven't heard that in about 3 days, so I definitely have to.
That's a good
3
one.
days.
And my next question.
Said I actually needed that one
My
back.
next question is kind of like on more in a like different kind of serious kind of note. And so a while back, me and you were talking, and you said you were Jewish, right? And so Jewish being a religion, and I want to know.
Yeah, I
what-
don't practice it.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. I want to know what your ethnicity is.
He said,
and-
fuck you, AJ.
I think
No, that's pretty
religion,
cool. Well, no,
religion
wait. Yeah.
is
yeah, what's your-
full
what's
of
your-
really okay concepts, but
Mhm.
really creepy practice.
There's a
Right.
lot of, yes.
The morale
There's a lot
is
of
not a
weird
bad
in it,
thing.
too.
Like the morals and shit.
Yeah,
So what's
That's,
your?
I feel that.
What's
But
your?
until they start abusing
but I'm an
Sorry,
anthropologist
sorry.
as well, so I know a lot about. I've had to read all the major books of religion, including the Quran, the
Respectfully,
Old
that means-
Testament, New Testament, the Popol Vuh. I read the Aztec Bible. You know, so I mean,
Damn.
I've read, I read, I Ching. I read all the. So I don't really find any of them more valid than any other. I like Buddha though.
Buddha? Yeah.
Dude.
Buddhism
And
is
so
cool.
how does
I-
the religion of, well, I guess growing up Jewish connect with your ethnicity?
Well, I mean, I never really practiced it.
Not even when you were younger.
Nah, my grandparents tried to get me into it, and I just, no, man.
So
I think when I went to a class and they tried to hit me on the hands because I wasn't paying attention,
Mm-hmm.
I told them I get beat
It's a
up.
little
enough.
extreme, yeah.
I told them I got beat up enough at home. I didn't really need to get beat up at.
Right, I came here to learn. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So.
So, like you were saying, you were learning about other religions as well.
Yeah, because they're all interesting. They tell you a lot about the societies in which they exist.
Yeah. And so, a movie that I can think of off the top of my head right now is the Life of Pi. In the movie,
Life of Pi is a great movie.
Yeah,
I
the
like
movie
it.
The Life of Pi is almost like what you said. He kind of learns about a bunch of different type of religions, and then he grows to be a man and knows how to act in a way from learning all those religions and practices. What do you think about that?
Well, I think you're either going to learn from religion or life's going to beat you up so much that you're going to pretty much come to your own place.
process. Yeah.
Some combination of all those things. So,
Have you smoked DMT before?
Yes.
What's your input on that?
Yeah. What you went through?
Not what you went through, but what's your input about just in general? Like,
I think DMT is really dangerous.
Mhm.
I think it's really interesting. Pretty much, I like those sorts of things because I like what my biology is doing. I like the short circuiting of your synapses, kind of give you an idea what those synapses are. Right? So.
Can you elaborate?
Huh?
On a
Can
synapse.
you, like, what you mean?
Well, I mean everything that you see when you trip or anything is all inside your own head.
Right.
Okay.
So
It already exists.
It's your body being short circuited. So, you can say that sound has a flavor.
Yeah, that's the.
Well,
So I could taste the. I was okay. So he got a
people
tattoo
who
the
get
other
banged
day.
in the head, in a car accident. Sometimes they go through that dysfunction. It's a dysfunction, right?
It's almost like an anxiety
some people
too.
already have that.
So I
too,
like
though,
sobriety probably the
like,
best.
Billie Eilish.
But I like
she
the
can
way
see the color of
those
music.
sorts of things
That's
give you insight
You know
into
what I'm
what
talking
sobriety is.
She has that.
So I mean, I don't really
I forgot what it's called. But
think we completely understand what we perceive. So all those things help you understand what they perceive. No,
Because we can only see what we can in our
DMT
own right mind.
and all those sorts of things. I mean, if you know McKenna, what's his name?
It's McKenna.
I thought you said Terrence.
No, the
I thought he was
guy's.
about to say
I
that.
can't think of his first name. His last name is McKenna. And, he's really famous. And he took all these hallucinogens, and he would film himself. And he was a great philosopher, and he was also incredibly articulate. And so when he took DMT and all those, he actually saw beings from another.
That's the thing that
Perception,
that
from
scares
another
the
place.
fuck out of me about that thing because, well, and a scaring. When I say scared, I mean things I don't understand as far because it's a deep thing because I've seen.
Well,
things,
he actually believes, like other philosophers did, that there's doors of perception, and that you can pass through these doors.
I've
of
physically
reality.
seen them fucking
Because
doors.
you
like
can
a
only
physical door.
you can only perceive so much of reality. The rest of you, if it's turned off by your brain would go
Right.
insane if it tried to see everything. So
That's
can
the
see what we
crazy
can.
part about it. Like you said, it's in
Terrence
McKenna, that's what I said. I said
Like-
I tried.
You're right.
That was
like,
the.
You said it's like in everyone's head, but sometimes people see the same thing. That's the crazy fucking part about it.
I knew that only because I
just more connected.
I
he's
went
really
into
famous.
I went into
Yeah,
that
but
realm
like
of
you said,
life
like,
though.
it's
Like
already
I was
like
really a
perception
curious
in your
kid,
head.
and that's why I went into
But,
those
like-
things. But I did it
but
at a
then some
young
people
age,
do,
so
like
that's
I
why I
said,
was so confused and
some
scared.
people see
Sure.
the same
But at
thing,
the same
so there
time,
is a
it's what
connection.
kind of
Well,
shaped
there's
me.
another book I have sitting right there. It's called The Break. This one here is
Can I-
really interesting.
Hey,
Yeah,
how
bust it
much
out,
for that
bust it out.
book?
This one there.
Can I read it and give it back?
This here.
Can I
Yeah,
have
bye.
it?
I think you can borrow it.
There
Okay,
you go.
I'll do
You
that.
gotta give it back.
I will.
I've lent this book to a lot of people.
I'm
This is a trippy book
Right here. Show it here.
Show
on
it
the
there
camera.
first.
Yeah, no, yeah.
On the Canon. On the Canon. Over here. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful.
Julian James was a doctor of philosophy and
The origins of
psychology
consciousness?
at one of the one at
I'm just gonna take
I
a
think
random
Harvard.
I was just trying to read the
And what he
title.
had this theory, he had this idea that
The origins of consciousness and the breakdown of the.
bicameral mind, you
Thank you for
means
saying that word
you
for
got
me, 'cause
two
I
you
never
got
heard
two
that.
hemispheres
I
on your
gotta
brain.
sound like
you
a
got
dumbass on
you
here.
got a left brain and you got a right brain.
Right.
And it's crazy
And people have been
'cause
trying to
what
figure out how those two brains how they work together.
Let's talk about the upbringing of citizens in any ways.
So what they do, what it is
That's wild.
what Julian James believed is that up into a certain point in mankind's history, your brain was separate. One brain was separate from the other.
Okay.
Okay.
So like kind of like split
It's a
personality.
nutty.
type shit?
It's a nutty idea. He said that
Like
people in
split
the old days would
personality
have
almost?
they would have this hand-sized sculpture, like of some god or a being or a deity, and they'd stare at it and concentrate on it, okay, and then would appear to get voices from it. Like
Okay,
they would
yeah.
believe that this thing was talking to him.
Yeah.
And what Julian Jaynes
Not
said,
schizophrenia.
what Julian Jaynes said
Schizophrenia.
was that was one side of your brain communicating
That's
to
what
the
science
other
tells us.
side.
The voice inside your head, like actually without understanding
Right.
that
And
it's
what
there.
are those things like when you get an idea
Is
for a
this
poem or something?
Inner
So he
dialogue.
said,
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
He
It's
said-
actually trippy though.
he said
It
that
probably fucks with a lot of people before they
until
do
we
it.
developed metaphors,
Probably not though.
So-
because
until we
grew up with
developed
that shit as kids.
until we developed the idea of
It's going on.
metaphors, you know, we didn't really think. So even the Greeks and the Romans,
They were literal
they weren't really
motherfuckers.
thinking. They were getting shit from one side. You know, he tried to define what thinking was in a way that's so different. Consciousness, right? Like they say, we won't invent artificial intelligence really because there's no way to program consciousness. We don't even know what consciousness is.
Exactly.
I think I'm the only one conscious one here, and you guys are all illusion.
Right?
You can't prove you're conscious.
No,
That's a
I
good-
can't
that's a
argue
good
with that.
You
point.
can't
That's a
prove it.
good point.
So he's trying to understand it. That's a
I
big
will knock
thing. They're trying to
myself
understand what
unconscious
consciousness
right
is. So he said that when the evolution of the Christian metaphor, like this is my body, this is my blood,
Yeah.
and that was proof that people now thought on a higher level, that they actually thought, they actually had consciousness.
Like a third party.
That
fucking
our
in their own
rituals to
shit.
have determined
but
whether
now-
we
but
were
now
really
that-
conscious people or not, and that he was looking at not whether Christianity was true or not, or Catholic religion, but whether or not this ritual meant that people were thinking different than they ever thought before, and that's what that whole book's about. Now, it was real controversial when he wrote it, and it's still real controversial.
I mean,
But
it's
it's super interesting.
timeless.
And when you read it, you go, "Wow, what a trippy dude! He came up with his ideas." You know, I get that.
That's what anything is an idea, even with religion. It started with one person believing something, telling somebody else. Because look, growing up as a kid, you don't know nothing. As a baby, as an infant, you only know the information you're
But the
fed.
religion already exists. If you read anthropology, what
If you never-
anthropology says is that all these religions
If you never
build
heard
on
about
the ones
religion,
before.
if you never even heard about religion,
It
period,
didn't. Well, your
you
parents
wouldn't know about it.
Your parents teach you about
Okay.
bigotry too, and they
Yeah,
teach you to
but-
be bigoted. So what the fuck does that mean? I mean, what I'm trying to say is, though, the religions like Christianity are based on older religions. So if you go to the
Zeitgeist,
place
like
where
the zeitgeist shit.
if you go to the Middle East, then you find out all these things in the New Testament, the Old Testament, come from Babylonia.
Well, yeah,
or,
They come from like the fucking sun. Like
Well, that's what they
originally
say,
goes back
Jesus
to
was
Egypt
from
and the
anything
sun
anyway,
and
was the
all that
Middle
good
East,
shit.
right?
but the idea like Mary, people say that Mary is based on a Babylonian goddess, and it probably is.
You've seen Zeitgeist.
Man,
I know you
we're
have.
all the way
movie,
north
the
of America,
documentary based
and
like
everyone
it's.
believes in this dude that was apparently from the Middle East. You know what I'm saying?
No, because people talked about it. You know, evangelism was basically the
point, actually.
core
Yeah, like
of
the
Christianity
it's
was
basically fable at the same
evangelism.
time.
And then the other thing was the
It's like the People's
Spanish. The
Bill and
Spanish
shit,
came
something
over
like
and
that.
said to the Aztecs, "If you convert to Christianity, we won't kill you."
That's true.
And
If
that's
you-
mean.
Because
Yeah,
if
they're
you're
just slave
if you're not a
motherfuckers.
Christian, you're not
Yeah.
you're not a human.
That's why religion's
you're an
weird because there
animal.
was a lot of death that tied into
And
it,
that's why
especially when they
everyone
was
believes
little.
in it.
No. They go. The Spaniards didn't come here for gold like we all. That's bullshit. They came here for gold, and they came here mostly.
Push their
To
beliefs
They
Right.
brought monks with them, man. They brought people to convert people
They're
to
trying to push their
Christianity.
beliefs
So
on
they
everyone.
come into a village and they go, okay, if you convert to Christianity, basically, then you're people. Okay, if you don't, then you have no soul, and we get to kill you, enslave you, do what we want. So that's how it spread. It spread because these civilizations went around the world and laid it on people as a threat.
It's
Sorry.
still
that-
happening
that was my
now.
point.
Like, it's
all
still
what-
happening
it-
now.
It's started with one person. They tell these people, it all goes down.
Well, it
the
didn't
line.
start with one person, though. It started with the Jews because Christ was a Jewish rabbi. When he died, he never gave up his, never said he wasn't a rabbi, never said
I
Judaism.
mean, if it's real. Then it started that way.
Is a story, okay?
Right, exactly.
I get
Yeah.
you, but I'm reading to you. I'm telling
Yeah.
you
It's
historically.
like how
Yeah.
cults start.
The
you know?
person-
Well, because he
One
already
person.
wasn't religious, like he said. He actually
Nobody
likes to
knows
go
whether or not
go
these
by
people
what he
really
knows
live,
after
okay?
going to
Exactly.
school and
But
the
it
methods
was all
and
based
shit.
on the histories of families and the like, and so it came down to that. Okay, where Christ was supposedly a rabbi,
A carpenter.
and his dad was a carpenter.
They said he was.
But his dad had no sperm.
I
at
remember
all,
being in
so
church
it
and they was like, "Hey, this man was
we went
Jesus
to a
was a
whole
carpenter,"
different-
and I
No,
was
Jesus
like,
was not a carpenter.
because they told me in church. No, but I'm not
Read the
saying that.
Bible. I mean,
I'm saying me
you know,
physically was in church and I was at like Sunday school and it was like Jesus was a
Well, I'm
carpenter.
not big on the truth in any of this, so
Right.
I'm just telling you, reading comparative. You can take courses in comparative religion. It's real interesting because it's comparing what people believed all around the planet. at
That's
any
the
particular
best
time.
thing, though,
So it's really
like, because
interesting.
it's
They
almost
took us
unbiased
to a
because it's
Hindu-
all the
a Hindu
different. It's
temple
it's
in,
everything at the
for,
same time, so you can learn instead of
trip one
No,
being.
then you find
That
that
shit was
religions
cool,
are
though.
related to each other because they existed in particular places. Like the Aztecs and the Mayan religion are related to each other. In fact, they're related to Eskimo religion because that religion came across from Asia and spread down. So you have this idea of the quincunx. This is getting really weird, but the pattern on a die, a 5. The pattern on a 5 on a
Okay.
die.
Yeah, the 4 and the dot in the middle.
Almost all Native Americans, no matter which tribe you're in, they all believe in this symbol. Okay, and it's basically everything from the maypole. You got the maypole in the middle, and everyone dances around. 4 people, because that's the cardinal directions: north, south, east, west.
Okay.
Right, and it evolved into the Mayan religion, where the maypole in the middle was a tree of life, which grew on the top of a mountain, and on the bottom of the mountain was the water of life, which you were born in and you went back to.
That makes sense.
Right. And that's why the Olmec rolled these goddamn giant
These are all
balls down
terms that
from
we've
these
heard
mountains.
as children, and that we technically like it takes a certain give a fuck to have that fucking. Because it's trippy hearing you say all this shit because I've been told these things before, and that's what's fucking.
Well, the Aztecs and Maya, they all went to Xibalba. Xibalba is the Mayan and Aztec heaven. And how they got there, they were tricked by the gods. I mean, it's a whole funky thing, you know, native religions. But all of Native American religions are related. Okay, they're all related. The only reason there's Christianity here is because they were invaded.
That's why I keep going back to that movie Zeitgeist. There was a whole movie about all
What
religions
is that?
as
What is
one.
the first word
Strawberry
you're saying?
cheesecake.
Huh?
What is the
Zeitgeist.
Zyke?
Zeitgeist.
Zeit.
Oh, he's a
with the
pretty
T,
smart guy.
Geist.
Because but I got into that when I was young,
I just
though,
wanted
and that's
everyone to know exactly what you're saying because it was hard for me. Like
it. No, it's actually like a 4-part movie that it starts off
Well, it's
talking.
a philosophical term, Zeitgeist.
Okay,
See, I don't even know about the term
I
like
just
that.
want everyone to know exactly how he's pronouncing.
I was
it.
naive.
Oh, we lost this camera. We're good. We're
You
good.
just go back to the other
Yeah,
camera.
We're good here.
But anyway, I'm just saying, religion. They try to conspiracies.
'Cause it's all the
Or
same
they try,
shit.
They try to go really crazy with this idea that things spread around the planet, and so they conflate stuff. So religion definitely spread around the planet because people went around the planet and spread their religion. Mostly the people who are colonists who were taking over the nasty malicious military type people.
Like
You know,
how
with
war,
guns.
like the Catholics
You are
and the
a Christian
Vikings.
now or not? Which
Or
one?
the swords, probably though.
Which one? Not, I'm just saying.
You could used
No,
to
I'm
be able to
talking
buy
shit,
your
I'm
way
talking
into
shit.
heaven. Like the Catholics would literally let you buy your
Well,
way.
again, that's the there's the religion, and
Right.
then there's the
There's war.
practice.
There's
of,
war too, though. When war gets,
See,
it gets weird.
What was the name?
Well,
for
no,
those-
but there's
What's the
religion,
name for those?
which is
that
a
group of
philosophy,
people, right?
and
Like
then
the
there's
Crusaders,
and
Spanish
then there's
Crusaders, right?
worship.
Okay.
They're two
I knew
things.
there
They're
was a
two
word
different
for it.
things.
Catholics.
People have gone really wacky with the way they worship.
Right.
But the religion, they'll have the same religion, and they'll have
Same
40
morals.
different ways of worshiping, right? 40 different kinds of churches. Or,
That's why it's hard to believe.
Or
sometimes.
5 wives.
You don't want to take a side.
You know what I'm
well,
saying?
I think I do agree with. I know a lot of religious
Oh.
people. I do believe in the idea of faith. The difference between
trying to-
belief and faith. Okay, Belief requires facts. Faith does not.
No, it's just blind.
You can't make an experiment to prove or disprove God's existence. So you aren't ever gonna.
Right.
So it's gonna be a matter whether you want to believe it or not.
It's not worth disrespecting somebody for like having their belief. You know what I'm saying?
That was the question I had for you earlier. So he was talking about you being Jewish, or right?
Judaism is not a race. You know,
Right.
race doesn't exist.
That was
anyway.
my okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's-
That was
yeah,
my question.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you for
I
answering.
do not
that.
believe in race.
Yes, because I didn't know if like so.
There's only one human race.
And
God,
honestly,
there's
for
only
me,
one.
okay.
I wish there was
We all
five
be
ten. That'd be
fucking.
interesting.
Okay, but yeah, so I didn't really know as someone just like that doesn't know a lot, and probably for anyone else watching, like it's just like so. Because
We
you
run-
said you
run
never
at 120
practiced,
strong.
yeah, you never
This is a
practiced
real Joe Rogan
Judaism like you
podcast.
said, but
Well, my grandparents did, and I was living with them for a
okay,
while.
so
So
that's
you know.
why you would say that.
So
you
I understand
are
their ritual.
Jewish, right?
But my neighbors were Catholic, and in fact they were
That's
gypsies.
trippy.
Her neighbors were Catholic gypsies, and they actually escaped the Nazis in World War II. My grandparents escaped the communists. They came here in 1918.
Really?
They came here before the end of
I
World
didn't know
War
that.
One.
I didn't. I don't
Everybody that
think
thinks
you
you're
told me that
Jewish,
one.
you must have escaped the Nazis.
No, but I don't think you told me that one.
Lots of people hated the Jews. You know, lots of people hated the gypsies. They still do.
People random. Yeah, I was about to say people
yeah, so
random. I'll hear people shit on
my,
that. Whole,
Gypsies
that whole
are the
shit.
indigenous
grandpa-
people of Europe.
My
You don't
grandpa
even know
and
that.
my brother.
I didn't.
He's not my real
That's
grandpa.
why I fuck with you, Bob. I
R.I.P.
learned.
R.I.P. He's gone now, but on my brother's side, his actual grandpa, because we have different dads, he was gypsy. So that's why I know a little bit about the gypsies, because he was.
Yeah, gypsies are a tribe. They're the indigenous people of Europe, and they're
So-
still fucked with. They don't believe in living anywhere.
That's
Exactly.
That was
That was
him.
the thing
But
about
indigenous
it.
was
people,
that man,
wherever
R.I.P.
they
Bill.
are, wherever they are, indigenous people don't
So,
generally
actually,
stay
yeah.
put in one place. They move around.
That was
That's
like,
the indigenous
so, like,
term because people use it
exact-
as like a fucking verb at this point.
And it was
Like a
still kinda-
fucking like, oh, you're indigenously
My bad, Fishbone.
doing some shit like that. Just mean like a nomadic fucking. Oh yeah,
And
I
that-
just don't want to.
That's
people
kind of how it
misuse
was.
the
Though.
word.
Like, even when we started moving from houses because where we were living it started like getting real bad. He's like, "Hey, I'm staying here. I'm going there because this is like, you know, that was his spot." And that's how my granny always explained to me. She's like, "He's gypsy. He's
Yeah,
gonna
no
do what he
government
wants."
in no
Yeah.
government in Europe recognizes that they have forced gypsies to have passports, and they don't believe in it. You know, so I mean, I think that
They're being hard headed.
one of the reasons why we don't want to kill off all the
Yeah, but
indigenous
you
people
just
is
don't
that they're
wanna-
the last memory of before there were borders.
right. They don't
You know,
acknowledge that shit.
for one thing, there's lots of other reasons, of course, but the genocide continues of everyone that isn't the same. You know, that's genocide is a badass fucking thing, but everybody practices it. Every society has practiced genocide, one form or another.
It's a sad thing. Even on ideas.
Well, on the Spanish, you know, they came over and they said, "Well, if you're not Christian, we have the right to kill you because you're not a human. You have no soul."
And that was what their ideas were, and that's what their
Well, because you have no soul.
and that's rude because those people already have their own
Well,
beliefs.
it's
and-
more than rude. It's just,
yeah, I'm using like
it's rude. It's like,
real. No, I said really rude. It's more than just rude. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
it's a crime.
It's fucking terrible. It's vile.
It's a crime against humanity.
I was keeping it PG. You know what I mean? Because
Keeping
at the
it
same
PG.
time, you already. No, I'm just playing. We're not doing that here. We're not ever keeping it PG. But I'm saying I'm a weird ass motherfucker, and some of the words I say are funny as hell. And I don't.
That's
want you-
cool. Not to say that there aren't any weird ass indigenous people. Like, I have friends that they used to do the Sundance. Now, anyway,
Music festival?
no.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. That's at California.
They would,
bullshit.
they would not drink anything for days. They'd go out in the desert and
No water.
they'd have themselves hung by hooks. You don't know about the Sundance?
Not like that. No.
And weird because you're from the.
See,
you're,
look, I'm
you're-
not.
you're-
I've never been educated about my culture, and that's my problem.
Well,
I'm a conflicted
gonna
being.
You're either gonna be Navajo or Zuni or.
I'm
whatever.
no, I'm Secatone.
Okay, but there's millions of subgroups today.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fucking
and
Gila River.
what's interesting is everybody, all North American Indians speak a form of Athabascan.
Papa,
Yeah.
dinner ready.
Okay. I'll be over there. It's one of the ways we know all the Indians are related. Native Americans don't like to believe they're related.
No, they like beef with each other for weird shit.
So, but they all speak Athabascan. Like, and I got adopted by a family of Lakota. Yeah, Lakota. I'm literally supposed to be a Lakota now. My name is like Night and Day.
Night and day.
Yeah.
Night and day, Bob.
I got adopted by the chief family of the Lakota.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the weird part about it. I have a friend who's Navajo. He's a really great friend of mine. I used to see him all the time. I don't anymore because he's a religious leader and he just had to go off on his own trip. So every time I get together with them, neither of them want to hear about the other.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but like where I
Yeah.
come from, when you even talk about a Navajo, they go, no,
So
because they're very entitled people though. Like they,
and I've gone into you know they're
they're kind of dickish about
they
the
throw
way
sweats
they move.
for me like up north, and so you you say
They're not like the Cherokee
when
people.
you want out, you know, you say we're all one family. Then you realize no, not you.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, yeah, and so there's a lot of bigotry. Like in the Lakota world, there's a Lakota shield is a shield that's broken up into 4 bits. There's a white, black, red, and yellow, and it's separated. They're all separated. So I was aghast when I found out these cats believe that all the races should be separate. That
They
if
do,
people,
actually.
when people interbreed, as they put it, which this is evil. I hate hearing it. It's really
Right.
it's been a creep.
That's why my dad's a
They
fucking
said
asshole.
the great
Some
white, the
Indians
great
are.
white
No, that's why
father,
my dad's an asshole.
The great white father gave each kind of person a task. So black people have a task, white people have a task. Okay, and they're not supposed. And when they breed together and make mulattoes, that task is lost. And so they say when everybody interbreeds, that'll be the end of the world. And I go, what did you just
My
say?
dad got my mom pregnant, right? My dad's 100% Sacaton. Got my white mother pregnant, and he was ashamed, and he was pissed off, and he came to my mom. That's like the last time my mom seen my dad. He was like, yo, hey.
half-breed.
He goes,
started.
he told my mother, he said they were like 15, 16. Like I was like one of those fucking weird stories.
What did
And-
you expect?
No, but he goes, no, but he said,
No,
as
it's
soon
evil.
as he's born, I'm gonna take him. And he will not be with any white people at all. And he's gonna be here. And my mom
It's
was like,
all-
the
it's
fuck?
all-
You could be in his life, did the whole motherfucking
It's all
spiel.
evil. It's all evil.
It's fucked up, 'cause
and the
they
only
try to
reason
kidnap me
The only reason I go
with
down
a
with it
paper
this way
and
is
contract.
the first thing you
Shit
find
get
out when
wild.
you go study anthropology, you think anthropology is a real liberal thing, right? But it isn't. It was all the colonial empires. They created anthropology to understand indigenous people so they could rule them. So they could use their mythologies
Almost like
against them.
psychology in a way, but
No,
understanding
it
why.
is. It is.
it's
They
deeper
could
than
use their
psychology.
mythology against them.
Right.
So they could hold a court and they know what
Blackjack.
language to use, right? So they stole their mythologies. Oh, that's a killer old phone, isn't
It
it?
is. I remember
Before
my
the
cousins had that
Blackberry.
shit before I could even have a fucking phone.
Before the
I was
Blackberry.
watching my cousins, my
The
older cousins
Blackjack.
had that phone, and I was like, damn.
That's a mint one too.
The blackjack too.
Remember they made the slide? The BlackBerry slide? That bitch went beep. Everybody was like, oh, my
This
phone
is
go beep.
before the blackberry. It's a blackjack.
That's
so
what I'm
boy.
saying.
I used to
Damn.
have all those.
He
Too.
said, "Oh damn."
Look, I gotta go eat dinner.
No,
Hey, you're
Bob,
good. You're good. Hey,
Thank you, because this is the best
We can go
episode
on
that we've
forever.
had. No, we will do another episode. That's all it is.
been going an hour and 32 minutes.
Oh,
All right,
damn, that's
Yeah,
long.
no, this is the
Alright.
best
everyone,
episode,
everyone,
though.
take a look at this mic. All right, shout out Bob for joining the podcast.
Take a look at the
Episode
mic.
4. All right,
Well, but didn't
fishbowl.
bore you. Well, we didn't bore you.
Well,
No, that shit was
Episode
fun.
4, we had Bob. You know what I'm saying? It was interesting. We did the thing. We asked some
Somebody's
questions. We gonna get a part 2, so we can keep that one going.
All right, cryptic.
But other than that, yeah.
Yeah, do not be surprised if you see a bunch of episodes with Bob, because he
Well,
is
thank
a
you.
man full of
Thank you for
knowledge.
inviting me. I
Bob,
appreciate
yes,
it.
go ahead and say your piece.
Thank you for inviting me. I hope I didn't bore you to tears.
No, and cash streams out. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 4 of Someone's Uncle's Podcast.
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
Bye.
Bye.